to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money, we can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money, we can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. Uno, dos, tres, in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money, we can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah.
Hello, welcome everybody.
Hello, Diana.
Davy, before we get started, I have an interesting thing to tell you about the poll that I put in the chat. So I asked people, do you have a favorite god or goddess in mythology? Yes or no? And so far it's 100% no.
Oh, 100% no.
please vote in the poll if you haven't already. Really, all of you, all 6 of you don't have a favorite god or goddess of mythology. That's surprising.
100% no.
Oh, now we got to change. It just changed to 20% yes, 80% no.
Yeah, I think that was me. I've just clicked on it very sneakily. So there we go. It's a pleasure being on here again, Diana, with you.
Thank you for being our guest, as you always are, the last Thursday of every month. And happy leap year day to everybody. It's the last Thursday of the month of February, and it's leap year day.
Yeah, happy leap year day.
Pat says she likes Thor and Marvel. Marvel?
Oh, that's awesome, Pat.
I think
Hello,
she likes Thor and Marvel comics.
That's awesome. Hello, Pat. Hello, Goswina. And hello, Anthony.
Hello, Anina. And yes, let's just say, before we start, okay, let's say hello. I'll say hello. Hello, Anthony. Hi, Anina. Hi, Pat. Hi, Goswina. And
hello, Anina.
I think that's it.
I think that's it for now. That's all I can say in the chat for now. There'll be others joining in, no doubt.
Yes, there'll be others.
A bit later on.
So we do. Oh, hi, Jessie Miller. It's so nice to see you here.
Hi, Jessie.
So, Davy, do you have a favorite god or goddess in mythology?
I do.
So
in fact, my favorite is the same as Pat's. Thor, the god of war, the god of war and fertility. What about you, Diana?
Well, because it's my namesake and my dad named me after this goddess. It's not because I was not named after anybody in my family. I was named after the goddess Diana. My dad actually named me after the goddess Diana. So that's why goddess Diana is my favorite.
That's great. It's very good. Raoul's on there. Hello, Raoul.
Hello, Raoul. Eris is the god of
I don't know who Eris is.
love. Goddess of love. Eros is the goddess of love, Raoul. I think that's Raoul's favorite.
Very good. Eros. Is he the Cupid? Is Eros a Cupid?
Yes. Could you answer that, Raoul? Is Eris the Cupid? The poll says 22% yes, 78% no.
Ah. Maybe a lot of people just like it overall.
Yes.
But they haven't got a favorite.
Oh, Raoul says his nephew is called Eros.
Oh, it's great.
And Eros is not the Cupid.
Ah. That's a very unusual name for someone, Eros. But a good one.
Yes. So for the artwork that I'm doing today, as you can see, here's Goddess Diana, a statue of her, and I'll be talking more about the symbolism and who Goddess Diana was and what she symbolizes. But she has her arm in this picture. You can see she has her arm around a wild deer, or maybe that's an antelope or a deer, and because she was goddess of the hunt and wild animals, the Roman goddess, and her Greek counterpart was Artemis. Artemis was the goddess of domestic animals, but in the Roman mythology, Diana was the goddess of wild animals and goddess of the hunt. But I'll talk more about that later. And I'll be just doing coloring, and I'm just gonna, on my iPad, I'm just coloring in this design. I'm doing something very simple today. How about you, Davy?
That's awesome, Diana. Or
Thank you.
Tina's Diana. I'll be doing rough sketches, portraits of Thor, of how I say Thor. Okay, so it'll be sketch work of the god of thunder.
Oh, I thought you told me at the beginning that you were okay. So I probably didn't hear you right. You're doing 4 sketches of Thor, or you're doing 4 different gods?
Oh no, I'll just be doing several sketches of Thor.
Of Thor.
Okay, a little bit of sketch work. I'm going to try and fill out this page, yeah, with sketches.
Hello, Lexi. Hello, Alec. Welcome.
Hello, Lexi. And hello, Alec.
Alec, no, I'm not going to drop the link now. That will be later in the show. Later in the show, in the last 15 minutes of the show, I can drop the link, I will send you the link in Messenger in the last 15 minutes of the show. Okay, we have a question. Anita wants to know, is Icarus a god or just mythology figure? Icarus. Icarus.
Icarus is not a god.
Icarus.
I think Icarus is not a god. And he's the guy that made the wings, yeah, to escape him and his father.
Yes,
If you know the story.
Right. Raul
But he
tells
flew
us.
too close to the sun.
Oh, good. Yes, was Icarus not the angel, the fallen angel? He wanted to fly to the sun, is what Raul says. Similar to what you're saying.
Yeah, they were him and his father were trying to escape. I can't remember what place. So they devised an idea of creating wings. Okay. But unfortunately, Icarus flew too close to the sun, and it burnt the. I think he glued them together with some sort of fat or something like that, and it melted, and the wings fell apart. The feathers fell apart, and he fell to his death. And it's also a great song by Iron Maiden. If anybody likes Iron Maiden,
yes,
the rock band, metal band, well, check out their song, "The Flight of Icarus," and that tells you the story.
Interesting.
You will hear the story. Iron Maiden.
Interesting. So, will you be starting on your sketch soon?
I sure will. I'll do it right now. Thor, the god of war. This will be a very rough sketch. A few sketches. Oops.
So, will you be telling us a story or so about, or telling us some information about Thor?
Yeah, sure. I've got some information here on my screen. It's my favourite Thor story. It's about when he travelled. Him and his friends travelled to the land of the giants. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jotunheimer, okay, is the land where the giants lived, and it's a great story. It's my favourite Thor story.
Okay.
Would you like us to tell that now, or would you like to say something about the goddess Diana?
Well, I already did say a little. I was gonna say more about that later after you tell your Thor story.
Right. So Thor, I'm going to read this off from what I found on Google, okay?
Yes, go
So
ahead.
here we go. This is the story of Thor and his visit or journey to Jotunheim, the land of the giants. So during the winter, all the Vikings and whatever and the Norsemen would gather around and tell this story. It was a very popular story, okay? They loved hearing about Thor, especially the story where he visits the giants. So Thor, the god of thunder, and his hammer, Mjolnir, which was enchanted, it was a magical hammer. It was extremely powerful. When he threw the hammer, it would kill anything it touched, okay? Nothing could survive the hammer's blow. So once Thor dared to travel deep into the land of the giants, he took his friend Loki and 2 servant children, okay? They braved many dangers and finally reached an enormous hall. It was the home of the king of the giants. Thor did not bother to knock. He just pushed the doors open and walked in. The king of the giants and his giant chiefs roared with laughter at these strangers who seemed so tiny. "Look, it's the mighty Thor. Be careful or we might squash him," they teased. "And he's brought some funny little friends," they laughed. Okay. So enough of this, shouted Thor. And he started to wave his famous hammer, Mjolnir, around his head and roundabouts. Okay. He was getting a bit angry. So as soon as he started waving the hammer about, the giants fell silent. And the lead giant, the king giant, said, "If you want our respect, you have to earn it." The king of the giants growled, "Take on my giants in any challenge you like. I bet you can't win even one challenge." So Thor flexed his muscles. "We accept," he announced. "Prepare to be beaten." So the giants jeered and stamped their feet until the stone floor shook. "What about an eating competition?" challenged Loki, Thor's friend. Loki was half god and half giant, and he was extremely hungry after his long journey, so he was sure that he would win this challenge. "Excellent," boomed the king of the giants. He nodded to his servants, and they brought in a dish after dish of delicious food, and placed all of these dishes on the long banqueting table. Loki stood at one end, his mouth watering. A giant stood at the other end, licking his lips. The king gave the signal, and the eating contest began. Loki was a blur of speed. He wolfed down all of the food from the end of the table in an instant and stood back in triumph, wiping his mouth. But when he looked up at his rival, the other giant, he was amazed. The giant had swallowed the plates and all of the bones too. "We won," said the giants. They whooped and hollered and cheered. "I'll show these big brutes," whispered Thor's servant, Thialfi, to his yeah. He pushed his way forward. "Who will race me?" So this is Thor's servant, Thialfi. "Who will race me?" The king of the giants laughed so hard he nearly fell off his chair. A young giant runner lined up with Thialfi. The giant king yelled, "Go!" Thialfi shot forward like an arrow, only to see the giants lifting their champion high on their shoulders. He had already reached the finishing line. Thor thumped his fist on a chair and split it in two. "King of the giants, I challenge you to a drinking match." "Wonderful," grinned the king giant and handed Thor a huge drinking vessel, a drinking horn. So Thor took this giant drinking horn and started gulping the liquid from within. He gulped and he gulped. He drank until his arms were aching and his stomach was bursting. His chest was gasping for air, and finally gave in. He just could not finish the drink. Thor's hair bristled with anger. "I won't embarrass you anymore by showing you how much I can drink," sneered the king. "Why don't you try something a bit easier?" So fuming, the god of thunder, Thor, strode over to the king for his next challenge. The king said, "Why don't you try and pick up my pet cat? If you can do that, then you've won this challenge." So Thor strode over to the cat, who was asleep by the fireplace. But even though Thor huffed and puffed, grunted and groaned, he couldn't lift even one paw of the cat. Okay? Couldn't even lift one paw. Fury flushed in Thor's eyes like lightning. He was so angry. "One more chance," he raged. "Bring out whoever you like, no matter how big they are. I'll wrestle them." Because Thor was good at wrestling. "What about my old nanny?" said the giant king. "There she is over there, look. My elderly nanny." Well, if she and Thor, well, of course, Thor was insulted. He said, "I can't wrestle an old woman." "Well," the giant said, "if she's too much for you," he teased Thor. Now at that, Thor hurled himself at the elderly woman, and to his horror, she stood her ground and gripped him like steel. She grappled the struggling Thor to his knees without even pausing for breath. The Thunder God and his friends had had enough. Red-faced, they allowed the king to lead them back to the border of his kingdom. They were all defeated. Not one of them had won a challenge. So as they got to the border, the giant king said, "Before we say goodbye, I have something to tell you. I used magic to trick you. Nothing was as it seemed. Loki, Loki ate fast, the food competition, but his opponent was really fire, which devours everything in its path. Your servant, Thialfi, was so swift, he was a great runner, but he raced against thought, the fastest thing in the world. That's how we lost. And as for you, Thor, that horn that was with the liquid that you couldn't drink, well, that liquid was the ocean. But you drank so much that you created the tides. And then we trembled when you tried to lift my cat. For that cat was really the great serpent that circles the whole universe. And as for my nanny, she was actually old age itself.
Wow.
You put up a good, incredible fight, but old age beats everyone in the end.
Oh.
Thor's face was black as a thundercloud. He didn't know whether to feel foolish, angry, or proud. So that was Thor's visit to the land of the giants and the hall of the giant king. And that's it.
Thank you. I have a question now.
Yes.
So wait a minute. So this story happened before Thor was a god in mythology?
No, he wasn't a god.
Thunder, before he was the god of thunder and war in mythology?
No, he was in that story. He's actually the god of war, and thunder. So he's actually a god there.
So he was, but his powers could not be used against the giant. I mean, against the giant.
He was tricked. The giant king tricked him. So there was no way Thor could have beaten old age. That's impossible.
Oh,
and his friend just could not beat the runner. The runner was actually thought. And thought, the thinking process, a thought is far faster than someone running. And of course, the eating challenge and the drinking challenge, they were all tricks. Yeah, it was literally impossible for anybody to defeat any of them. So Thor and his friends were tricked.
So I was wondering during the story, I wonder why Thor didn't activate his he didn't activate his thunder power during.
He could have thrown Mjolnir, but there was more, how can I say, prestige and honor to be gained by defeating the giants in a challenge. Yeah, because he was showing off, you see, he liked to show off. And if he could defeat those giants in a challenge, well, that would have been fantastic for Thor. But he could have used Mjolnir.
Oh, well, I want to tell you about the angle of your camera. You were talking about before the live stream started.
Oh, yes.
I think you need to move your camera because I'm not sure we can see the whole picture.
You're right. I did.
Okay, wait, hold on. Yes. Okay, right there.
That's a
now
bit better, isn't it?
Thor's face.
Is that a bit better?
Yes, like that.
I can move my sketchbook as well.
Just like that, like that.
There we go. That's brilliant. Thanks, Diana.
Okay.
So these are rough sketches of Thor, which I might use later on in a finished drawing, for a finished drawing.
So today you will not use any ink pens?
Yeah, these are pens.
Oh, they are. It looks like pencil.
I'll show you what I'm using. So I've got this one here. Yeah,
Yes.
the Biro pen. I've got this one here. Look, this is a nice one.
Oh, okay.
This gives a very fine, thick black line. This one here. It's a paper mate. We've got this one here with a nice grip. The front there, and there we go. There's the 3 pens.
So you will be using 3 pens today.
Yep, 3 different pens, which gives
so
3. Sorry?
We have some comments from the chat. So first of all, we have somebody new here today. That's Joshua. Hi, welcome. You're new here. Welcome, Joshua.
Welcome, Joshua. Hello.
Next, we have Pat says, great story.
Thank you, Pat.
And Jesse says, great drawing.
Thank you so much.
And let's see what any other things in the chat. And then Anthony said that Icarus did fail when he tried to fly to the sun. Oh yeah, you know that. Well, I don't. Yeah, because you were saying how he pasted his wings together. Okay, yeah.
Yep. He made a set of wings, but failed. He flew too close to the sun, and the heat of the sun melted the glue, and his wings fell apart, and he fell to his death.
Okay. I can't follow you with your story because your voice. You have such a good voice for. You have such a good storytelling voice.
Oh, thank you.
I will just say something. I don't have a story to tell. I'm just going to give a little bit of information about Goddess Diana for the next few minutes, and then Davy's going to. Wait a minute. Did you have more stories also?
No, I think that's it for me, Diana. It's the Thor stories.
That was your favorite Thor story, right?
That was my favourite one, and
Well,
I read that from Google.
Do you have a story about Thor where he's using his powers?
Oh, what is the other Thor stories? I cannot really remember much about the other stories, to be honest with you. So I picked my favourite one.
Ah, so your favorite one.
That was my favourite one. But
Okay.
I would have to look up the other ones, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'll continue with Goddess Diana. That's who I am representing today. Goddess Diana is my favorite goddess because she's my namesake. I was named after her. My mother wanted to name me Katie, and my dad said that's no kind of name, and he thought Diana was a better name, and so that's why I'm not named after anybody in my family or anything. I'm just, my first name is because my dad took it from Roman mythology. So
that's great.
Thank you.
My eldest niece is called Katie. Katie.
Okay.
That's my eldest niece.
Mm-hmm. So Diana, in Roman religion, the goddess of wild animals and the hunt, identified with the Greek goddess Artemis. Her name is akin to the Latin words diem, which means sky, and dies, which means daylight. Like her Greek counterpart, she was also a goddess, but she was a goddess of domestic animals, whereas the Roman goddess Diana was the goddess of wild animals and of the hunt. Okay, I have some more. Diana was. Okay, the question was, what does the Diana symbolize? She was often considered to be a goddess associated with fertility and childbirth and the protection of women during labor. This probably arose as an extension of her association with the moon, whose cycles were believed to parallel the menstrual cycle and which was used to track the months during pregnancy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
That is interesting.
Then here's another question. Who was the goddess Diana in the Bible? What? She
Diana.
showed up in the Bible? It is this Artemis Diana, the one mentioned in the Bible in Ephesians? Yes, Diana of the Ephesians was the
Yep.
patron goddess of Ephesus, pictured
All right.
with 100 breasts, as she is considered mother to the world. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt in Greek countries, called Diana in Rome.
Did you say she had 100 breasts?
Yes, because she was
That,
considered mother of the world.
she would have to spend a fortune on bras. She'd have to buy 50 bras. Dear me, she'll have no money left.
Oh gosh. Here's a question. Why is the moon called Diana? Why? I didn't know it was, but let's see.
Ah,
In
the
Latin,
moon.
her name means goddess of light and of the
Ah, right.
moon. It stems from the words for shining, divine, and the open sky, and
Ah,
dies
right.
or daylight. This may seem contradictive for a goddess of the night and the underworld, but as Cicero explains, she was called Diana because she made it like day during the night.
Ah, right. That's interesting. So the moon is also called Diana.
Huh. And let's see. What is Goddess Diana's power? Okay, Diana became a symbol of purity. Women who wished to conceive and have a family would pray to Diana. She was well known for her ability to safeguard mothers and children. There were times when Diana's mother referred to her as Lucina.
That is interesting. There's quite a lot on Diana, isn't there?
Yes. What are Diana's three symbols? Symbolically, Diana is
The
represented with
bow.
a bow and quiver,
Yeah.
deer, hunting dogs, and a crescent moon. The Roman goddess Diana is revered as a goddess of wild animals, the woods, chastity, and though she was celibate, fertility, and children.
All right.
Well, there's even more. There's lots more. So, and let's see. Well, here's something. What happened to Diana in the Bible? Her brother Simeon or Simeon is spelled Simeon,
Yeah.
promised to find a husband for her, but she did not wish to leave Shechem,
Right.
fearing fearing that after her disgrace no one would take her to be a wife.
Oh,
However,
good.
she was later married to Job. When she
Oh,
died,
sure.
Simeon buried her in the land of Canaan.
That's good. I didn't know she featured in the Bible.
Yeah.
That is strange.
Well, let's see. Let's see. There's a lot more. What was Goddess Diana's favorite color? Her favorite color was pink.
Blue.
Oh, that's one of my favorite. That's pretty much my favorite color, pink.
Pink was
Yeah.
Diana's favorite color.
The 50 most fascinating facts about Prince. What a made it. Now they're talking about Princess Diana. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait a
no.
minute. They all these questions were, and all of a sudden, okay, now it's switched to Princess Diana.
Right.
Well, that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about Goddess Diana. So I'll skip
Goddess
that.
Diana. I'm not a big fan of the royal family, to be honest with you.
Hold on, no, because that was Princess Diana. That was not Goddess Diana. So then it skipped into that. I don't know how it got into that.
So Diana, maybe she was named after the goddess Diana as well.
Well, who knows who she's named after? I don't know about that. Let's see. Is Artemis and Diana the same goddess? The Greek goddess Artemis and her Roman equivalent Diana constitute a multifaceted divinity. In Greek mythology, she is the twin sister of Apollo and the virgin goddess who lives in the hills and the forests.
Yep.
So Apollo and Diana were twins, or is that
Oh,
Artemis?
right.
No, Diana and Apollo were twins.
Right.
Which animals are associated with Goddess Diana? Her most sacred animals were deer, bears, and hunting dogs. Diana was also the goddess of birth, even though she herself remained a virgin. Both animals and humans were protected by her, and their fertility was Diana's concern. Okay, that's about everything you'd ever want to know about Goddess Diana and more.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Oh, look what you got. Did you just switch to a different sketch?
No, I've just done this sketch.
Oh, look at that. Look how his Davy sketch has developed since I was talking.
I'll probably add a little bit more into this, but I'm just going to sketch around, see if I can fill this page in. Yeah, so rough sketches.
Oh, we have a new results on the poll.
Right.
The poll asked, do you have a favorite god or goddess in mythology? 39% yes, 61% no.
Wow. So no one.
Anina has a question for me. She goes, Diana, have you used photographs of Goddess Diana statue for your art? Have you used the photo? Yes, that's a copyright-free photo actually that I found for Goddess Diana right here. Yep, and that's a copyright-free photo that I'm using, and I just added this design in the background, and I'm just doing something very simple today. I'm digitally coloring in the design in the background of Goddess Diana. Yep. Oh, hi, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, Charlene. Hello, Charlene. Oh, hi, Pierre Kelly. Welcome. And hi, James Money. Welcome, James Money.
Hello, Conscious Business Services. Hello, Pierre. I wonder if Pierre's French.
Pierre lives in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, very good.
Yes, Pierre Kelly. Do you have French heritage?
It's certainly a French name, Pierre.
Yeah, that's French.
Oops.
Goswina says, beautiful drawing, Davy.
Thank you so much, Goswina. That's nice of you to say.
And thank you, Anina. She says she likes the mandala. She likes my mandala background. Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yes, I love how your sketch is coming along, Davy. Looks wonderful.
Thanks, Diana. And I like you. I really love your artwork. The colouring ins coming along great. I like that blue.
I am using a color palette. Look at this color palette right here of all these.
Yeah.
Which is so. I did not create this color palette. It somehow this color palette came. It might have come from an image. You can actually click on an image and it'll create the color palette for you. It'll put all the colors into a palette for you to use if you want. And I must have done that in the past or something. Yes.
That is good.
So
what is the software that you're using again?
I'm using the Procreate app.
Like Procreate.
Yeah, which is highly acclaimed app, and I taught myself it, and I've been using it for 11 years.
I must have. That's a long time. I must have a look at that.
And Procreate app can only be used on an iPad. No other tablet, no other computer. It can only be used on an iPad.
Oh, right. We'll have to get an iPad.
Well, for my vision disability, it really helps me I can't use a computer that well because I have to crane my neck over the keyboard, and then I'm not comfortable with using any other accessibility features like zooming up the text. I'm not comfortable with that, or voiceover. I don't really like that. So what works for me is a tablet, and I just prefer the iPad. Is have a tablet to be able to hold it up to my face, and that way I can hold it up close to my, and that's why yes. I've been using. I do everything I can possibly do, even graphic design. I'm working on a graphic design job for a neighbor, and I even did the whole thing because it's Procreate app is similar to Photoshop, but not mm-hmm. with all the bells and whistles of Photoshop. But even though you can do quite a lot in the Procreate app, it's very sophisticated. But it does not have all the capabilities of Photoshop, but it has quite a bit.
That's awesome. It looks really good. I'm impressed with what I've seen and with what you've done.
Thank you.
I like that. I like the sound of that. Do you know the color palette where you click on a color and it gives you some values?
Oh yeah, here's a bunch of color palettes. Like I can scroll through them. Look at all these color palettes.
It's great. It's really good.
And then you can create your own color palettes. Some of them came. Oh my God, I'm not even done scrolling. I bought quite a few digital brushes from a digital brush creator.
There's a lot of them.
And whenever you buy digital brushes, I'm not even done scrolling yet. Look at this. Whenever you buy digital brushes, she also provides some color palettes for you. But you can also create your own color palette. Like you click on in a photograph or in a painting. If you liked that color palette, there's a way that you can click on it and Procreate will create that color palette for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even done.
That is awesome.
Yet. I must have hundreds.
I'm just looking through the chat there, and Anina has asked, is Davy Scottish? Scottish. You're very close. I'm not Scottish, but I'm on the border of Scotland. I come from the northeast of England. Okay. And a lot of, especially Americans, people from the USA, do confuse our accent for a Scottish accent, but I'm not Scottish.
Oh, but you live near the Scottish border, right?
I do. Do you know Kylie?
Yes, she's a
Kaylee
good friend of
Koo.
mine. Of course I know her. I've known her since I started YouTube 8 years ago.
Kaylee Koo. Is it Kaylee Koo?
Yes,
Well,
yes,
Kaylee.
we're good
Yes.
friends.
Well, Kylie's my neighbour.
Have you ever seen her in person?
I have not. She's in Scotland. She's in
Okay.
Scotland. She's
Okay.
Scottish. I've just been watching one of her videos, funny enough, a little bit earlier on. But yeah, she's Scottish. She's not too far away. I wouldn't say too far. But she's over the border. Yeah, I'm just below.
But do
in
you
the
know where
northeast.
she lives? Do you know
I
what
don't
town?
know where she, I don't know where she lives. Can you? Pat has said, "Can you speak the name of your pens?" Yes, I can, Pat. Of course. Do you know what?
The video is blurry.
Is it?
That's what I don't know what Pat's saying. Pat said I'm checking on our live stream and I don't notice that. Pat says she loves your drawing, Davy.
Oh, thank you so much, Pat. That's very nice of you to say. Now, this pen here, Pat, is an Art pen. I love these pens. This one's a Papermate pen. Okay, there we go. This is a nice pen. That's the Papermate. I'll take the top off. There we go. Papermate pen.
Papermate, that's American then, right?
I think it is, isn't it? And this one here is a Bic. So this is a French.
Bic is American too, right?
I think it was originally French, I think, wasn't it? The Bic.
Yeah, you're right.
But the pens are
American.
Yeah, is it really? Did they buy the company out?
I don't know. I
They must have bought them out.
Sometime. Does anybody in the chat know what is
Bic.
Bic Pen Company American or French? Everybody.
Well, Bic is a very famous pen make. Yeah. So this is a Bic. There we go.
Been around forever. Bic's been around since the 70s or more.
Well, they pioneered the ballpoint pen. They pioneered it.
They pioneered it.
So thanks to Bic, we have these pens. But the one I love, I
didn't know that.
Oh yeah. One of the most important pen manufacturers. The pen that I love using is a Bic round stick. Okay. Now I've used all of my round stick pens up, so I need to buy some. They are my favourite pens.
This color palette has like 25 colors in it, but all the colors are so similar that when I'm using them, I feel like I'm just using 3 colors.
That is a lot.
They're too similar. They're too similar for me. I'm used to using complementary color scheme instead of you wouldn't call this monochromatic, but instead of, I forget the word, when they're similar, when they're on the same side of the color wheel, like these are going to be all cool colors. My way of using color is pops, either tons of warm colors or pops of warm colors. So I have to put some pops of warm colors in here.
All right.
Maybe I'll switch color palettes.
No, I don't normally paint much, but when I do paint, I keep it very simple.
I'm a colorist, so I go wild. I go crazy with color. I often say I often start the first sentence of my artist statement will be I use color unapologetically.
Yes. You're like Thor waving Mjolnir the hammer with your brush,
Like
and there's paint
Thor.
all over. You're quite welcome, Pat. I hope that was useful to you. There's lots of pens. What I do is I go into the local stores on the high street, you know, all of the stores, the stationery stores, and I just check out all of the pens, and I buy a set. I'll check a lot of pens out, try them out, and if they're good, I'll go back and obviously I'll buy some more. But I've checked out a lot of pens, and I think that's probably the only thing you can do, really. Check them all out and see what you like.
All right. So, but what about markers? My favorite marker is Posca marker. It's Japanese.
Oh, very good. I don't normally use markers, right? But having said that, I do use these Sharpies. Yeah, the Sharpies.
Yeah, Sharpies are good. Yeah.
There's another one. Yeah. A yellow one gives a nice fine.
So you like Sharpie?
Oh yeah, I love Sharpies. Bit of yellow there. And I also use these highlight pens. Yeah.
So you said your nephew is visiting before we came on the air before we went live. You said your nephew, is that the nephew that sometimes visits us in live streams?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, he's
Morgan.
not going to visit us today?
I don't think he is. I think he's playing his football game upstairs. He's on his football game.
Okay.
So his name is Morgan, and he's got a YouTube channel, Morgan's World of YouTube.
What's his YouTube channel about?
It's various things, collections. He shows his collections.
Collections of what?
His card games, game show card games. He loves his game shows.
Game shows?
Oh, he loves game shows, and he particularly likes the USA game shows.
Oh, really? Like what?
Jeopardy and stuff like that.
Is Jeopardy still around? Oh my God, is Jeopardy still around?
Oh, it might be. I'm not too sure. But he knows
he's watching it, so it must be still around. Or what do you mean? He's watching vintage shows of it?
He probably watches all the vintage ones. He does watch all of the old shows.
Oh, he does.
I mean, he's big on game shows.
How about the dating game? That was a fun one. Do you remember the dating game?
I don't think he watches that, but he knows of it.
He knows that one. And then there was one of newly married couples, the newlywed game.
Oh, the newlywed game, right?
Yes, they had to answer questions about how well they knew each other.
All right. Now we had I think we might have taken that from yous, and we had one called Mr. and Mrs.
Ah, okay.
So that's the same. I think we took it from the USA.
Oh yeah, you might have taken it. Yeah.
And made our own, made it up. There's lots of game shows. My favorite game show is actually a USA game show from the 1960s.
Oh gosh, what is it?
Now the host is Groucho Marx.
Oh.
Right, and it was a very big game show, and it was very popular. And it was called You Bet Your Life.
Wow.
And it's so funny. Groucho Marx is so funny. But that's a very old game show.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
That's very old.
Because I don't think it continued into the 70s.
No, it didn't. It finished in 1968, maybe 69. So I don't think we would have been watching that. But that is well
Hi,
worth a
Lisa
look.
B. Hi, Lisa B. Welcome.
Hello, Kylie.
What? Kylie's here?
Oh, sorry, Lisa. It's Lisa, sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay.
It's Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Pat said that was a very funny show. Pat, do you mean You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx? It's all on YouTube. All of the episodes are on YouTube, so you can flip through them. Now, can I just say, if anybody is interested in checking it out, like Pat, I don't know if you've seen this or not, or Diana. There is one particular episode, right? It honestly, I couldn't stop laughing, and it's my favourite game show contestant. Okay, and the guy's called Albert Hall, right? So this is like in the 60s or the late 50s, and the guy is called Albert Hall. So if you typed in You Bet Your Life, Albert Hall, and you can see that particular show, and he is so funny.
Oh, okay. And
He's
which show?
hilarious.
What show is he in now?
You Bet Your Life,
Oh, You Bet Your Life.
and the guy is Albert Hall.
Okay.
He's the contestant. He's the strangest contestant I have ever seen.
Okay.
But he's so funny. It's hilarious. And Groucho is very funny. How he reacts to him. So there you go. You can check that out. Albert Hall.
I can't stick with that color palette. I was using 2 different color palettes.
I think that's a good. I like that.
I popped a pinkish red in there now. Pink. Magenta. I call that magenta.
That is really good. I like that. That
Thank
color
you.
combination. That's magenta. Really brings it alive. Boom.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's like boom. It's not too much. You've
Well,
spaced
it might
it out.
be too much for some people, but I use color unapologetically.
Yes, but it's good. It's very interesting.
Most people always comment on my colors, and whenever somebody looks at my artwork, the first thing they mostly say is, "Oh, I love the colors."
The colours are great, I must say. The colours are great.
Thank you. Well, that's what I consider myself primarily as an artist. I'm a colorist.
Well, you certainly work it out good because you know that I know some painters, especially new beginners,
Yeah.
who have just started up painting. You know, they use a lot of colour, and it all turns to
mud.
like grey and mud.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. You
so
can't let it
how do you
mud.
avoid that?
You can't let it turn to mud.
Yeah, so how do you avoid that? That's the thing, isn't it?
Because you have to let layers dry, which is very easy in acrylic because it dries really fast. But if you were painting in oils, oh my goodness, if you were painting and watercolor and oils is very easy to make mud.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it?
So you have to keep complementary colors away from each other, or if they're going to be next to each other, they have to be completely dry before you put them next to each other, or layer them a little bit on. Especially putting them next to each other, or it's very, like I said, it's very easy to make mud with watercolor or oil paint. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Pat says, "Oh yes, that's good to know."
It's a funny TV clip that you can have a little giggle at. Albert Hall.
Albert Hall.
He's the contestant. He's the guy.
And what was that? And what was that game show about, though? Like the whole game show. Basically, what was it about?
Basically, it's a typical game show where you ask questions. You've got three levels of questions. One gives you like, I don't know, $50. One $100, and if you go to the hard ones, the hard questions, the toughies, that gives you like $200 or $300. And you've got to get a certain amount of dollars to get through to the final. And if you don't get enough in the bank, then you obviously you leave the game show with what you've won. But if you get the $400, I think you've got to get $400 in questions. So you've got to answer those questions correct to get $400. Then you're through to the final stage.
And what is it about? And you have to you said you have to answer questions?
Yeah.
And they're questions covering all types of topics and knowledge?
Oh yeah, the questions are great. It's general knowledge.
And you're betting ahead of time whether you can answer the question or not? Well,
it's the title of the game show is a bit misleading, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But it is a bet. It is a bit of a bet because you get the choice to pick what difficulty questions. But remember, you've got to win $400, so you cannot do that if you're picking low level. If you just pick low level questions.
Oh, okay. So you have to pick hard questions, and then
you would have to. You got to get one or two, then you're okay. And it's a team as well, by the way. It's not one person. It's a couple. So good old Albert Hall there is on with this lady, and they're total strangers.
Uh-huh.
And it's good fun, and Groucho Marx is so funny.
So I have to check it out on YouTube. Albert Hall.
Yes, Albert Hall. The world's strangest game show contestant. Well worth a look if you enjoy game shows. Have you got a favorite game show, Diana?
I haven't watched game shows in a long time, but let's see, what did I used to watch? I used to watch The Price is Right.
That's good.
The Price is Right. And that one might still even be on, but that's very old, but it still might be on. But Jeopardy, I like Jeopardy. The questions are always too hard. It's like,
difficult.
The real questions over my head. It's like it's too hard to follow. It's like
we've got the British version.
So I don't like that much. And then well, when I was growing up, I loved the dating game. I thought that was a good one. The dating game. I really like the dating game and the Newlywed Show.
We used to have a one. Does anybody know who Cilla Black is? She was a singer, an English singer. Cilla Black.
No, I haven't.
Well, Cilla Black hosted a game show called Blind Date.
Blind Date.
And I think that was taken from the dating game, maybe.
Yeah.
where you cannot see
That's
the
right. You
person.
couldn't see. The three contestants were behind the wall on
That's
one
it.
side of the wall, on one side of the wall. And then the
Yes.
girl, the man or the woman, whoever it was, and the woman would be on the other side of the wall and could not see the three contestants and had to ask questions. She'd go, contestant number one, ask the question. Contestant number two. And then once she started getting to feel, she'd get a feel, and then she could just ask she'd have to direct her question to whichever contestant she wanted to ask the question to.
Yes, that is it. We took that and made our own, okay, which was called Blind Date. That was quite funny.
Blind date. Huh, yeah.
So you like that one, eh?
I
Blind
did
Date, that's the English one.
growing up, yeah. How about you guys in the chat? What are some of your favorite
Some
games?
good ones. Yeah, type in your favourite game shows. If you like game shows, what did you watch?
Oh, I'm sorry. We've gone from gods and goddesses to game shows now.
Well, Conscious Business Services said they enjoyed The Price is Right. So there you go. The Price is Right.
Family Feud. Remember Family Feud?
Family Feud. Well, Morgan likes Family Feud, yeah. My nephew loves Family Feud.
Yes, Family Feud.
Do you know The Price is Right? The Price is Right. Is that the one where the host shouts, "Come on down"?
Yes, yes.
Is that the one? Come on down.
Come on down.
And they go crazy.
Yeah, something
and they go
like
absolutely crazy.
Who's going to be the next contestant on the new Prices Right?
It's unbelievable, that, yeah.
So does Morgan watch that?
Oh, he does. He loves that. He loves the American one. And the English one, of course.
I'm wondering which game shows are still around. If any of those game shows are still around.
Well, I'm not too sure. Well, at the moment, there's two game shows. There's an American, and this is American and English, UK. Okay, these two game shows, and they're reality shows. One is Survivor. Okay, have you heard of that?
Oh, Survivor.
Survivor?
Yeah, but I didn't know that's really a game. That's more like, isn't that like reality show competition? Reality show contest.
A reality show contest.
Something like that.
It's difficult to
call that a game show.
Right. So yes, it's definitely reality. So the Survivor, and the other one, which I love, which is also really a reality show, and that is Traitors. Have you seen that one? Traitors.
What?
It's called Traitors.
No.
There's an American version. There's a UK version. There's an Australian version. It's fantastic. I've been enjoying that. That's really good.
Lisa says that one of her neighbors, when they lived in Illinois, one of her neighbors won The Price is Right and couldn't tell anybody for 6 months until the show aired.
Wow, dear me. Oh, that's a good one, Lisa. Oh, hey, what about Pat? That's a great one.
Speaking
Pat
of
said, "What's my name?"
No, so speaking of winning now that was a game show. Now I know somebody that won a reality show. The Ink Master, a tattoo reality competition where for tattoo artists to compete to be the best ink master. And
That's
what
great.
happened was my husband didn't have one tattoo on his body until age 50 when that was on his bucket list, and now he has his full chest, one full arm, and half of an arm of Japanese inspired tattoos, all done by a guy that won the Ink Master, the nationally the national show called the first season of Ink Master, and he couldn't tell anybody. So he was getting his tattoo. He had done his research and found out this guy was like really good and stuff. And then while he was getting the work done, it took him like a year to get the work done. He started being in the show, and then he couldn't say whether he had won or not. He's like, yeah, I'm in the show, but and he could not tell I don't know how long he had to go that he couldn't tell anybody that he had won Ink Master. So he was getting the tattoo work done by this guy that didn't know that he was going to win first season of Ink Master.
God, that is awesome.
Yeah,
that is really good, and he got all those tattoos done.
What?
So that would have been free. So he must have gotten those done free as well.
No, he was not in the show. He was not in the show.
Oh, right, sorry.
I mean, like he was getting my husband was not in the show.
Yes, I get it now. Sorry, Diana.
I mean,
so he got the tattoos done by the guy who was in the show.
Yes.
Oh, that is great. I bet he was very pleased with that.
Oh yeah, his tattoos are really good because actually this tattoo artist specializes in photorealistic tattoos, so his technical skill is superb. But his
that's good.
But my husband didn't get photorealistic tattoos. He got all these Japanese inspired tattoos.
That's awesome. That is really good.
Oh, it's time for Happy
So there you
Dance.
go.
Hold on, it's time for Happy Dance. We have 10 thumbs up.
Excellent. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Thank you for 10 thumbs up, everybody.
Here we go.
Welcome back. How do you like the dancing GIF jar heads?
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was the Happy Dance.
I have 6 versions of the Happy Dance. That was version number 4.
Wow, 6 versions.
Yep.
That's a lot.
I used to do live happy dances by dancing on my chair.
I think I saw that once. I think it was on one of our live streams.
My live streams from 2019. It's in. Go ahead, just look at my live streams. It's on my channel. Look at my live streams from 2019. My happy dances are when I'm dancing on my chair and I turn in a circle and shake my booty in front of the camera.
Wow. I remember that because I was your guest on one as well, and I saw that.
Oh, God.
That super dance. And I
I
was,
did. I think you saw me recently when I did that. Oh yeah, I said I'll do a happy dance for super chats. I'll do a
yes.
live happy dance for super chats, and I did get. I thank you, Lexi. She gave me a generous super chat, and I did a live happy dance, which I still will do live happy dances for super chats to help
Oh, it's
support the
great.
channel. Thank you so much.
And that was good.
That's the live. That's the live happy dance you saw. I don't think I knew you in 2019.
No, I don't know. I'm not too sure. But that dance when you stood on that seat, I think that was a happy stunt dance because you were like a stunt person there. Do you know like a stunt woman?
A stunt woman?
Yeah, who does all these stunts?
I don't know
You've
what you
heard
mean.
you've heard of a stunt man?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what you were. You were like a stunt woman
Why am I like a stunt woman?
because you know because you were standing on the
Chair,
seat.
dancing on the chair.
Yeah, yeah, dancing on the chair. That was like a stunt, wasn't it? It looked a bit,
No,
it looked a bit dangerous. It
oh,
looked a bit dangerous.
I don't know about that.
It looked a bit dangerous. I
I
thought,
paint
oh,
with
damn,
fire though. I have videos of me painting with fire. That may be a little bit like a stunt. I
that's
paint
more
with
of a
fire,
stunt,
you
yeah.
guys, with my alcohol inks. I have videos of me. It's one of my
What?
most popular videos. Yes, it's one of my. I get views on it every day. In
I'm
my
gonna have to check
analytics,
that out.
I get around 5 to 10 views on my painting with fire video every day.
I'm gonna check that out. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
paint with
remember that.
fire
You
and
know,
alcohol inks.
I'm sure I've watched that. I don't remember it, but I'll have to revisit it.
Yes. I could probably grab, if I could navigate over there, I could grab it and put it in the chat. But
I'll just look through your videos. I'll check through your
yeah, you
videos.
can do a search. You know how to do a search on somebody's channel? You can do a search just in somebody's channel. I'll send you the link. What am I talking about? In Messenger, I'll send you the link.
Right, thank you, Diana.
Okay.
And I'll check it out. And I'll just click on it. That's the thing, isn't it? I've never seen a stunt artist.
I
A
I've seen a gymnast who is painting while she is like doing, like, maybe she only did it for the photography though. Like I didn't see a
Yeah.
video of her doing it. I just saw a photograph of her with her paintbrush painting on a canvas while she's like on a handstand,
What?
like flipped
That's
backwards.
that's strange. It's quite unique. That's a unique one.
Yeah, because she's a dancer. She first was a dancer, but she's also like a gymnast. Like even though she was a dancer, she can do moves like a gymnast and stuff. So she combined that with her art.
It sounds great. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, she was on it. She was actually on a reality show. Not because of that. On the reality show that she was on, she didn't do that. But I looked up her website, and on her website were pictures of her like on hands doing handstands while she's painting.
That's awesome. Dear me. A gymnast artist.
Well, she considered herself a dancer. Oh, Lisa found that video. Did she find that
Oh, is that
video?
it? Very good. Well done, Lisa.
She
That was
dropped
good.
a video link. It must be the video. I just clicked on it. Oh, I can't get to it. Is it? Thank you. Yes, she did. Thank you, Lisa. Painting with fire, art techniques with alcohol ink painting. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lisa. That's very nice, kind of you.
That's great.
And Goswina went to bed. Thank you for and
Good
she
night, Goswina.
she was a giveaway winner recently in one of my giveaways and won an art print from me, and she's really enjoying the art print that she won in her giveaway for me.
Oh, it's awesome. Well done, Goswina, and good night.
Oh, what should we do? Ask trivia questions about gods and goddesses from mythology?
You could. I've got about 20 minutes left.
Oh, 20 minutes.
Yes. Up until about 10 o'clock. Do you want to finish off with a question?
Yes, I'm going to find some trivia questions about mythology. Maybe just about mythology.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, coming right up. Your drawing's coming along really nicely.
Thank you. This is a rough sketch study of Thor.
Okay, Greek mythology trivia questions. What is the god of the sea? Who is the god of the sea?
Oh, I know that one.
Who's in the chat? If you're in the chat, answer. Play along with us. Who was the god of the sea?
That's a good one. And he had a fantastic weapon, a trident.
And guess this, they don't give the answers. They're only giving questions. So guess what? I know the answer to that from the choices they have. I can pick, but guess what? They don't even have answers here. We have to figure out the answers.
Right. I think Raoul's got that one. Poseidon.
Right. Yes. Oh, I didn't give you the choices. I could have given you the choices. Okay. Yes, it was Poseidon. Let's do the next one. Good job. What is the name of the mountain top where the gods were said to live? Was it Olympus?
Wow.
Was it A, Olympus, B, Peiros, C, Athens, or D, Thebes? Oh, I think we all know this one, right?
Yep.
Can you
it's
watch
an easy one, this one.
Davy, can you watch the chat to see who answers?
The what, sorry?
Can you watch the chat to see who answers?
I certainly can.
Thank you.
Pat said Neptune. So Neptune is actually the same as Poseidon.
Oh, really?
It's the Roman and the Greek, isn't it? Because the Romans very sneakily.
You're right. Right now, I'm asking Greek. These are Greek mythology questions.
Yep, you're quite right. So Raoul got Poseidon. So what was the home of the gods? Where did they live?
Was it Olympus, Peiros, Athens, or Thebes?
The Greek gods. Where did they live?
Anybody guess in the chat?
Where did the Greek gods live?
Seems like Raoul will know. Raoul and Pat seem like experts on mythology.
I wonder where they lived. It's not Walmart. They didn't live in Walmart.
Who said Walmart?
I don't know. They didn't live in Walmart.
Right, they didn't live in Walmart. Nobody's guessing? Well, Davy, tell
No
us
one's
the
guessed this
answer.
one. Olympus.
Oh, Pat did put A. She put A. Raoul and Pat did answer. They both put A.
Oh, yes, they
Yeah,
did. They put, yes, sorry, I missed that.
that's right. They
Raoul and Pat.
A. Olympus, correct.
Raoul goes first, I think.
What is the name of the three-headed monster that guarded the underworld? Was it A,
Whoa.
Chimera, B, Medusa, C, Cerberus, or D, Cyclops?
This is a great one because this is one of my favourite monsters. And it's a three-headed dog. Okay.
Was
Raoul's got it.
A, Chimera, B, Medusa, C, Cerberus, or D,
Cerberus,
Cyclops?
yeah. Raoul's got it. Cerberus.
Oh, wow.
He's fast.
Gosh,
Three-headed
Raoul
dog.
is an expert on mythology.
He's doing good.
These are good questions. How about then this next one? Who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity? Was it A, Prometheus, B, Zeus, C, Athena, or D, Poseidon?
Whoa. Who stole the fire?
Who stole the fire and gave it to humanity?
Alex
Actually, I
back.
don't know. I'm not sure of that one.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I'll tell us when, and I'll tell it.
Okay, let's see who's guessing in the chat.
Who stole the fire?
Oh, Alex gonna join us.
Pat
Okay,
Lamb said,
Alex, just a minute.
that's it,
Okay,
Raoul's
here,
got
I'll
it.
drop it in the
Prometheus.
chat. I'm sorry, go ahead. It was Prometheus?
Prometheus. That's the one. Prometheus stole the fire. Prometheus.
Good job.
Yep, very good.
These are good questions.
They are, I like them. I like these ones.
Who is the goddess of marriage, love, and family?
Oh,
Is it A, Apollo, B, Athena, C, Hera, or D, Artemis? A, Apollo, B, Athena, C, Hera, or D, Artemis?
I'm not too sure about this one.
Who is the goddess of marriage, love, and family? I don't know.
Let's have a look. I'm going to Google it, okay?
No, Raoul, Aphrodite was not one of the. Raoul says Hera.
Is it the marriage and birth? It's Hera.
Yeah. Oh, Raoul got it. Raoul got it.
Very, very good.
And he also says in the Roman mythology, it's Aphrodite.
Yes, you're quite right. It is. Aphrodite, yeah. So Hera, yes. I had to Google that one.
Oh goodness. Here's an easy one. What is the name of the winged horse? Was it Pegasus, B, Athena, C, Minotaur, or D, Calypso?
That's a good
We all
one.
know that one. We all know that's Pegasus, right?
Yeah, Pegasus is the one.
Okay, which of the following is one of the 12 Olympian gods? Which of the following is one of the 12 Olympian gods? A, Hades, B, Apollo, C, Cyclops, or D, Nike? I don't know that one.
I know which one.
Okay.
And it's the god of victory. It actually means victory. So
Then
there's a clue.
I think I know which one it is then.
Yeah. Oh, Raoul, no. Hades, that is not the answer. Who is the god of victory?
Is it Nike?
It's Nike. You're absolutely
that's what
right.
I thought. Nike sneakers named. I figured Nike sneakers are named after victory.
That's it. That's it.
Good job, you guys. According to the myth, who created the human race? A. Poseidon, B. Zeus, C. Gaia, or D. Ares? I think I know, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, God.
According to the myth, who created the human race? A. Poseidon, B. Zeus, C. Gaia, or D. Ares? I'm not sure of this one. You know it?
I don't know it. Oh, no, no way.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Raul, that's what I think it is.
This is weird. I've never heard of this god before. It's a strange one.
Well,
Gaia is actually it's the god. It's the earth. Gaia created the earth, but according to this, it's a god called. Is it Fernes?
that's not one of the options.
Births and what? Yeah, and primordial beings. Okay, but Prometheus is known for being the champion of humankind. So he pushes forward the humans, Prometheus. He's the champion of humankind.
Oh
But I
gosh,
don't know the
guess
answer.
what? Oh, guess what I forgot to tell you.
What?
Okay, so my dad, he just liked the names in mythology or something. That's why my name is Diana. But if I was a boy, guess what my name was going to be?
Not Prometheus.
No, my name was going to be Carl Dionysus.
Whoa, hey, that's a good one. Whoa, hey. That is a good one. Whew.
Because I just see this in the next question. That's one of the options. That just reminded me that of my dad. So who was the god of the sky and thunder? Oh, we know this. Was it Apollo, Zeus, Poseidon? No, I mean, it's where did that go? They said Dionysus in this one. Here it is. Who was the god of the sun and light? Was it A, Hydas, B, Apollo, C, Athena, or D, Dionysus? No, I do. Dionysus is the god of partying.
Yes. The god of wine and
Wine and partying.
party, yeah. Dionysus.
But who was the god of the sun and light? Hades, B, Apollo, or C, Athena? We know it's not Dionysus, even though they have that as a choice. We know that he's the god of wine and partying.
Yeah, Apollo.
Oh, Apollo. Okay.
I think that's right, isn't it? Raoul. Well done, Raoul.
We're not even doing the next one. Who was the god of sky and thunder? We know it's Zeus. Okay, next one. Oh, we know this one too. Who was the god of war in Greek mythology? Okay, let's try this. Was it A, Ares, B, Apollo, C, Aphrodite, or D, Athena?
I know this one. The Roman version is Mars.
And
That's the Roman.
But what about the Greek version?
I know it. I know this one.
Okay, who knows this one?
Because I used to watch the TV. I used to watch the TV series Hercules. And he was in this TV series. He was the bad guy.
Okay, tell us. Who was it?
Ares.
Oh, okay.
He was the bad guy in Hercules, the TV series. He used to be always trying to trip up and destroy Hercules.
Next one. Who was the messenger god? Was it A, Artemis? No, it can't be Artemis. That's a goddess. Okay.
I know this one.
C, Hermes, D, Hades, or C, Hera?
This is easy.
Yeah, I think I know this one.
A delivery service is named after this god. a famous delivery service.
Is it Hermes?
I think it is.
Yeah, I
That's
think it
it.
is. It can't be Artemis because that's a goddess. It can't be Hades because he was like the god of the underworld. And
Yes.
Hera, we already know, is something else.
Hermes.
Who is the goddess of the harvest and agriculture? Was it A,
Oh,
Demeter, C, Athena, B, Athena, C, Aphrodite, or D, Artemis?
oh,
Who was the
this
god?
is I don't know this one.
I think I know this one.
The god of agriculture.
The
Let's have a
goddess
look.
of harvest and agriculture.
Oh God. Oh God, I know it. I'm just getting it up on Google. I didn't know that.
Well, Raoul says it's Demeter.
That's the one. He's absolutely right.
Okay, Raoul is our resident mythology expert.
Raoul
Oh,
was
here
a
we go.
champion.
Who is the god of wine, parties, and festivals? It's Dionysus. We know it's Dionysus.
That's him.
Who was the goddess of wisdom? Was it A, Athena, B, Aphrodite, C, Artemis, or D, Demeter?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
The
Goddess of
goddess
wisdom.
of wisdom.
Judge Judy.
I think because I'm by ruling out the other ones that I know it's not, then I figure the one who it is.
Is it Judge Judy?
Do you like the Judge Judy show?
Oh, I love that.
You love Judge Judy?
Oh yeah.
She's so harsh. She's so
She is,
harsh.
isn't she? She's tough. She's a toughie, isn't
She's
she?
still on. She's still on. She's still making shows, I think.
Is she?
I think
No way.
so.
Is she still going?
See, I don't know if they're just reruns. That show is still on. Judge Judy, the show is still on, but I don't know if those are reruns.
Hey, have you seen the show when there's an earthquake
No.
and they've got to evacuate the court?
No.
Put that on YouTube. It
Okay.
Judge Judy earthquake,
Okay.
and you'll say that. Honestly, it's by God. What an episode! An earthquake occurs.
Wow. I've watched a lot of her episodes because my husband really liked that show. And I've watched a lot and I've never seen that one.
Oh yeah, there's an actual earthquake occurs. As there are,
I believe it because they're in California.
yep. There's normally a lot of earthquakes in California.
So when did you say you have to go? Is it?
Well, whenever you're finished. Whenever you're finished. Do you want to do the last question?
Athena, and Raoul guessed Athena, and I think he's probably right.
Yes.
Oh, he loves mythology. That's why he's an expert in it, because he loves mythology.
He certainly does. Raoul?
Oh, I love your drawing. Not good. That's wonderful, Davy.
Thank you so much, Diana. And your artwork is fantastic as well. The colouring is spot on.
Oh, thank you.
Can I just say, Raoul's prize is that he gets a free trip to Olympus.
Oh.
He gets a trip to Olympus.
That's what you get for winning, Raoul.
And he gets to ride in Zeus's chariot.
What about Greece? And he could go to the Temple of Poseidon.
He can, yes. He gets to visit that as well.
You get to go to Greece too.
Yes, and visit the underworld.
Raoul goes, "Oh my God, that would be amazing."
Well done, Raoul. And well done, everybody else, for answering.
Yes, thank you for joining
As
us
well.
today. Davy is my co-host, my guest co-host, the last Thursday of every month. But I live stream every Monday with another co-host, Miriam, who is Art Curious by MNW. We live stream every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I live stream with Davy once a month, the last Thursday of every month. So you'll see us again together in the last Thursday of March.
You sure will. I don't know what we'll be doing, what we'll be tackling.
Oh, guess who's here? I love the name of your channel, The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Whoa, hey, hello.
I love your channel name, The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
That is a good channel name. That's awesome. Hello, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Nice to see you here.
So
I think I'm just about done.
yeah, you did a great. Yeah, Davy did a great drawing. Okay. So bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. And
Goodbye, Diana.
yeah, bye, Davy.
Thank you for another fantastic live stream. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you. So nice to have you here. We're going to end with the outro. So see ya.
Good night, everybody. See you later and take
Bye,
care.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. Uno, dos, tres,